I'm here to talk to you about the College of Business Administration. My name is Jill Lang, by the way. I'm the Director of Student Success for the College of Business. And my goal here is to help you get excited for coming to Cal State San Marcos. We're really remarkable. We just got accredited, which the university itself is accredited, but we just became a prestigious business school. As of April of 2021, we are now part of AACSB, which is an accreditation for business schools. So that means that we have met their standards for good research, community engagement, career development, and academics. So welcome to a prestigious business school. There's only about 800 of us in the world. It's an international recognition. So we're very proud. I think we're also only the third out of the CSU colleges of business. So hopefully you get excited about that. That means that we really do care about you. When people are willing to rally, it took us over 6 years to get this accreditation, really long time. So we've been working on it and trying to improve and up our game. David, do you want to introduce yourself briefly?
Yes, so my name is David. I am a local. I've lived in North County all of my life, and I am the treasurer of the Entrepreneurship Society.
Nice. Thank you so much for coming, because I love having the Entrepreneur Society back in action. They were quiet for a little while, but for those of you who don't know, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you want to start a company, you want to create a product, we actually have an innovation hub. So not only do we have the Entrepreneur Society, but we have an innovation hub on campus that works with all colleges. And so that's pretty cool.
Jill,
So
can
I
I throw
love this.
something in really
Go
quick?
ahead, David.
Yes, so speaking about the entrepreneurship, really just a quick moment.
Yeah.
So even if you're not part of the entrepreneurship track, or if you're not on the entrepreneurship track, if you just want to get into the group and hear other people's ideas, or like just check it out, like maybe you'll be inspired by what's going on there, and you'll be able to use your skills or your interests to participate. So
Yeah,
we're
I love
welcoming
that.
to everyone.
No, I love that. And you never know, you might actually be an accountant working for a startup one day, right? You may not want to start your own business, but you might like that culture. So I think that getting to know each other, right? That peer-to-peer networking is super important, and getting ideas from other people and getting excited about celebrating their ideas. So thank you. Um, just looking at the screen here, I see a lot of answers. Why did you choose CSUSM? Diversity and location, that's great. A lot of family in the area. Close to Camp Pendleton, that makes sense. A lot of times I see, I'm reading through all of these, state school tuition. We get a lot of people who tell us, I wanted to be by San Diego, away for college. Cool. A lot of people tell us the location and the cost, right, brings them here. And of course, San Diego, because it's beautiful. I'm actually from the East Coast, so San Diego's not my hometown. But I'm seeing a lot of folks saying that. I heard it was a good program. That's great. We are excited to have you, and it really is a great school. It's a hidden gem. One of my best friends went to school here, and she's one of the reasons I actually applied to the position, because she said, Jill, she's one of the smartest people I know, and she's an entrepreneur also, David, but she did literature and writing. So anyhow, to make a long story short, I'm really proud of Cal State San Marcos, and I hope you will become proud of it too and enjoy your education here. Yeah, staying close to home, totally get it. I actually, when I went to school, I went away 8 hours away from my family, which was cool. I was happy about that. So let's keep moving. This is just a couple of people who've talked about why they chose Cal State. So I think you can read it, but I'd like David to say, why did you choose Cal State or COBA?
So it is local. I don't live very far from it, but I have heard I started my 4-year college experience later. So I'm 30 years old, and I started last year, but I had heard great things about the College of Business at CSUSM. So for instance, I would go to OG's pretty often with my family, and there was a College of Business student there. Actually, the waitress's boyfriend was the student, and we had brought it up in conversation, how I was considering CSUSM, and she gave us the student's business card, which he had created he was a business administration student, and he just had business cards because he was networking, and that left an impression on me because it shows that this person was really invested in himself, and the fact that he was associated with the College of Business, it just seemed like there was something up there. Like there was something going on there that it made an impression. Definitely made an impression.
That's awesome. I love that. The business cards we actually used to give away for free to our Business 300 students. During the pandemic, we stopped. I'm hoping we'll be able to get back into that where every business student will have their business cards. So I don't know if he created his own or if, or what. Oh, my colleague put in music. Can you all hear the music? Do you hear the music? No? That's probably better that way. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to figure out how to share the music at this point, but that's okay. All right, so I've got you all getting into the menti.com. Thank you for participating. It's more fun to participate than be sitting there just listening to a random head talk. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown for our first question. So as a business major, your diploma will state, what do you think it's going to say? And again, please feel free to use the chat. I know O-Team and David will look because I'm having a hard time bouncing in between. All right. So I am happy to see that many of you chose Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. It would be fun if it says it was worth it, but it doesn't say that. But yes, I bring this up because a lot of first year students don't know, even transfer students don't always know what their degree is going to say. And when you're creating a resume or you're talking to your family about what they say, what degree are you getting? And you might say a business degree. Well, yeah, that might be true, but your diploma is actually going to say a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. And I think it wasn't until my junior year that I found out what kind of degree I was getting. I think it's just one of those things that people don't really teach you. You're going to school, you got a diploma when you graduated from high school, but you don't always think about what kind of degree am I actually getting. So you are getting an undergraduate business administration degree. Your major is business administration, but you get to choose your options. So David had mentioned he's in the entrepreneurship track. You'll get to choose between accounting, finance, etc., marketing, all that, human resources. So keep that in mind. I'm going to keep us moving along here. If I can get my menu to come back. And who's in the lead? See who's the fastest. All right, Jameson, thank you. The nice thing about this is, since we're going back to campus, if whoever wins can come find me and tell me that you won, and we'll give you some COBA swag. So the Business 300, I kind of talked about it briefly. David, have you done Business 300 yet?
Yes, I have.
Do you think you can just briefly tell them about your experience with Business 300, and then I'll add on whatever else I think they need to know?
Definitely. Okay.
Thanks.
So Business 300, it's a prep for the application process after college, and I found it very helpful because it helps you craft your resume. And the thing that I enjoyed the most from this class is the informational interviews project. It's a group project where you go out and you ask for people you go out and essentially introduce yourself to business owners. In my case, business owners, since I'm on the entrepreneurship track. I reached out to companies that interest me, and I reached out for an informal interview, and it was really fun. I got in contact with a Spanish food restaurant owner, and I got to meet him. I went down to the bar and we had a conversation, and it was just really it really helped me because I'm looking into maybe getting into that industry, specialty food industry. So it really broadened my perspective, and it really, that's the key takeaway there. It broadens your perspective, and that is so valuable as a student, because once you get out of college, you're going to want to know, okay, what's it like out there in the real world, so it was a huge help. This class was a huge help.
Thanks so much. That's great. That's a great summary. You guys will take it in your, or you all will take it in your sophomore year. So your fourth semester, most likely you'll be taking it. And what we do is we have executives teaching this. So you can look at we have something called signature programs. David, I don't know if you can do this for me, but if you could look up COBA signature programs and put the link in the chat for me, that would be really awesome. But under COBA signature programs, we have a list of our executives. Right now we have 40 and I'm recruiting more. And we have people from TaylorMade Golf, Legoland, Salesforce, Qualcomm. Like a lot of people have been are retired recently, but some of them are still working in the field. And so you have this awesome opportunity. They'll teach you in the class, but then you get a coach as well. So it's a 3-person model, a 3 executive model. And I tell you this because we haven't found anyone else in the nation doing this. We came up with the model in 2016 and it's been going really well, and our students rave about their coaches. They get 95% satisfaction rates recently for having a coach to help them figure out what do they want to do with their degree, and what do they, we want you to think about it earlier. It takes 6 to 9 months now, not 3, 6 to 9 months to actually get a job. So you have to really think ahead and start applying the fall semester before your senior year. And if you're doing your entrepreneurism stuff, you still got to prepare in advance. So starting earlier is better than waiting until after you graduate, because then it's harder to get a job because you don't have the support network. So that's why we introduced this class to you early on. You get to do self-assessments. We have networking events and the informational interviews that David mentioned, and you get free career coaching. Career coaching can be very expensive, and these folks are doing it for free. They volunteer their time, about 100 hours per semester for students in College of Business. So it's pretty exciting. All right, let me go ahead and keep moving because I'm not sure how much time we have. Here's another question for you. And here we go. Did it go? There we go. Okay, so who are these executives in residence? I just sort of gave you the answer, so hopefully you know. Hopefully I have 100% on this one. Nice, awesome, thank you. So yes, they volunteer their time. They are experts in whatever field that they're in, and they help you figure out what you want to do. That's fantastic. Let's see who's on our leaderboard here. Jameson, are you going to lose your spot? No, nope. Jameson's got it. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, I already told you about the executives in residence. I'm going to keep moving because I know we are probably short on time because we're having awesome information sharing here. So we have these student organizations, and we want to know, how many do you think the College of Business has currently? Just take a guess. There's a lot of student organizations on campus. I think there's over 100. But in the College of Business, we have 10. I'm sorry, 11. I'm looking at 10 as a response. We have 11. And I want to ask David again to tell you about his experience and why he decided to join a society, and what's the value or benefit of doing so.
So I chose to get involved in the Entrepreneurship Society because personally, I like to engage with meeting new people and get inspired by other people's perspectives, and I personally like to learn a lot. So I think learning from each other is the best way to do that. And in the Entrepreneurship Society, what we do is we participate in the Innovation Hub Challenge. And what that is a school-wide challenge. I believe it's given out to other colleges as well. But what it is it's a prompt or a problem, a societal problem that needs um, alleviating. And what we are challenged to do is to come up with a solution or a business plan to that problem. Last semester it was student homelessness and hunger insecurity, or food insecurity, excuse me. And we won that challenge. The Entrepreneurship Society won that challenge. It hasn't been officially announced, so spoilers. But yeah, we won. We
Congratulations, that's fantastic.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it's what was so fun about it is the collaborative environment. So we had about 8 to 10 or 12 members last semester. And although, for instance, I couldn't participate as much towards the end, finalizing the project, that because of school, I had 6 classes, but still would show up to the meetings and I'd stay involved. And it's just so fun because it's a team effort. Everyone pushes each other and supports each other. And it's that's what's enjoy that I enjoyed that environment. And I'm sure the other societies are like that, because it's not just network building, but you build a rapport. You build these relationships with people in your society. And it's not, you're not just strangers, right? Like this kind of, it gels you together, gets you more familiar with who's around you. And it's fun. It really is.
Yeah, thank you for that. I agree with you. I mean, many of the students that join these organizations have told me that they're so glad that they did. It made enrich their college experience. They didn't feel alone anymore. Um, there's a lot of benefits. They find jobs through the student societies. I call them my pipeline to employment. So a lot of times the societies are bringing in folks from Viasat and Stone Brewing and any marketing agency you can think of. They go on company tours, so it is a lot of fun. Let me get to that slide here. Jameson, I see you're still in the win so far. We do have, this is our list of student societies. We have a Cougar Fund. That's pretty new. We started that maybe a couple years ago, where it's actually not a society you apply to be a part of it, but you can actually learn how to invest money for the university. So that's pretty exciting. We have a Latino Business Student Association. You can be in any major to be a part of that. So we love our student organizations. We also have a professional mentor program that I'm going to gloss over, because you can't really apply until after you take the Business 300 class. And you can't do that until you're juniors or seniors. But just so you're aware, we do have this one-on-one mentor matching for your industry interests. So, we've matched people with the CEO, co-founder of Stone. We've matched people with coaches, people who want to go out and be professional coaches or consultants. We'll match you with those types of people. Marketing gurus, social media gurus, will match you with people like that. But that's in the future. That's when you guys are juniors. You all are juniors and seniors. So here, I think, is my last question for you. This one, senior experience, you may not know anything about it unless you have friends who went to school here or family. You may have heard about it in the news, because we always market our senior experience program. But let's see what you all decide it is. Nice. So it's in your senior year, you're going to be teamed up with a group of 5 students, and you will be doing a consulting project for a company, an organization. Sometimes it's nonprofit, sometimes it's corporate. We've done projects for the airport, the local airport. We've done projects for fire stations and the firefighters. We've done projects for victim resource centers. We've done projects for HP and Sony. We've done projects for people out in Cleveland. So it's a really great experience. And so my point in telling you about all the programs that we offer to you is that you're going to get a lot of real world practical experience in the classroom and with the organizations. And you're going to really, if you put in the effort, you're going to meet a lot of people and you're going to have a big network once you graduate. David, is there anything you want to add to the senior experience piece?
I haven't participated in mine yet, but
Got
I
it.
did have a classmate that worked that worked on theirs, and she said that it was very it was intense, but it was good to have that real world experience of working in a group. Like you have to make sure your team dynamics are right,
Mhm.
and she said that was a valuable experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just so you know, also, if you are an entrepreneur, you can also submit a project for yourself. So if you want to start up a business or company, you can actually hire a team in your senior year and use the senior experience project as a time to launch your business. So we have had people do that, and you could talk to Roger Hersler about that. He's the director of the program. So really exciting stuff in the College of Business. Lexi, I don't know how you did it, but you totally blew Jameson out of the water here. You know, you are the winner. So I'm in Mark Steen Hall 422. My colleagues can also find you swag. So if you just tell them I won in one of Jill's sessions in the orientation, we would be happy to give away. So we have some really cool stuff that we have not been able to give away for a very long time, and we really want to give it away to you. So come find me in 422 Mark Stein Hall. Let me see. I want to make sure I tell you because we don't have much time. I want to tell you about the meet and greet. So mark your calendar. Oh, just to go back, this is the Senior Experience Trade Show. We usually get 400 to 500 people come through and meet with students, and students present what they have done for companies. It's pretty cool. Um, so the meet and greet, this is really important. Mark your calendars. On September 14th, you can meet faculty from College of Business and you can learn about the different options. If you're not sure if you want to do accounting or finance or marketing or management, you can meet the faculty. They're going to pitch to you and they're going to try to convince you that their option is the best. It's pretty funny, actually. Some of them are hilarious. And then on September 16th, the students get to do it. They get to tell you what they're doing that semester, who they're inviting in, what projects they're working on. And it's a great, usually we feed you. So our hope, we are working on an in-person outside event right outside of Markstein Hall. It'll be a really fun time. We hope to see you there. It's always during U hour, that university hour that you have for free on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1. So if you're not on campus that day, we do hope you'll come out on campus if we're doing it on campus. Otherwise, it'll be, make sure you check out the signature programs events page so that you can see details, and Paige, my colleague, will send out information as well via email. So check your email, which I'm sure you've heard a ton of times. Let me make sure. I want to stop sharing. Do you have any questions? I know we have like probably 1 minute left. Comments?